page 4, and actually it goes to page 5, but resolution 2013-731 all the way down to 2013-741. Many resolutions modifying the budget. A rough total for all those is 1.1 million. I'm not having any questions on that, but I was here last meeting when Bibi Taylor, the finance director, and I'm going to quote her, she says, "Without these additional monies, we would not be able to provide critical services to the public." There was other times when she said the same thing, but I just want to point out that she has no expertise to actually say whether they're critical services to the public or not. It's only her opinion. I don't know if she's trying to sway you, but I suggest in the future she keeps her comments to herself because it's nothing but an opinion. She has no idea what's critical and what isn't.
I have to differ with you in reference to your opinion of who an expert is and who is not.
Resolution 724, we have an appointment to the Human Services Advisory Council. Just a question, is Antoinette Hill Wright a family member of one of the Freeholder board members? And I was wondering what her qualifications are and why she was chosen.
Last time I was at the board meeting, I made a statement about I was perplexed, bewildered about how some of the department chiefs don't necessarily have information at their fingertips. And I heard that they're all competent people, and I don't disagree with that. But tonight was another example of someone who came up here saying that they have monthly statistics about how many people are in job training, how many people were on welfare that went to jobs, and how many people who are employed at jobs. It's just in my simple mind that if you have monthly statistics and you're the head of that department, you should be able to come up here and say, at the end of August, we had 423 people training, 16 people left welfare for jobs, and 17 people who were unemployed now have a job. If they don't know that simple information, or put it down on a piece of paper and bring it to them, I don't have to wait 3 weeks to go ask the question somewhere along the line. It should be able to have a very simple answer right here, if it's a monthly statistic. Okay. I hope it gets improved. As a freeholders, if you stress this or if you think it's important, send us a memo to your department chief saying you should have some statistics and facts that you have in your brain when you come up here every meeting. And just have a few of them. So when someone asks a question, you're prepared. And you don't have to go back to find it in some assistant's blog book somewhere. Thank you. So it starts from you guys. If you want that information, you can drive it after requesting it. Do a better job. Thank you.
May address the issue of department heads in preparation for the freeholder meetings. We have department head meetings that are held prior to the freeholder meetings, and each department head gives a synopsis of the resolutions that he or she is preparing, along with the appropriate backup. So we do prepare, and we try to be ready to answer any questions that may arise, but unfortunately, there is some information that we don't have at hand, and rather than give information that's inaccurate or incorrect, we prefer to say we'll look that up, we'll get the information, and we will get it to you as soon as possible, and I think that's the prudent approach.
Thank you.
As to department heads not having information at their fingertips, I do actually understand that. I go to all the agenda setting meetings, and actually you guys ask the department heads questions, and occasionally they actually say, I don't have the information, I'll have to get back to you. So I mean, it is a common thing. Yeah, we don't like to hear, I'll get back to you. It sounds like a committee, never anything resolved, but it is what it is. Hopefully they do come back with the information, in a timely manner.
When you get some folks who come up and question things and certainly want things both ways. So if this board didn't ask questions, there would be criticism on why didn't you ask questions? When you ask questions and you get questions on the motive for asking questions, I think it's really absurd. And no one should have to answer, and I'm glad the freeholder Jallo didn't answer why he asked questions. I think that's ridiculous.
Like that.
It's also interesting that folks will continue to come up and criticize members of this board or former members of this board like Freeholder Sullivan What they don't see is the countless hours of dedication that the freeholder gave on behalf of the residents of Union County. They don't see the meetings at night. They don't see the weekend events, time away from his family or any of our families. And I just think it's always interesting that we continue to get this critique from the public.